Hey there, it's Jake Turner, and let me tell you, my hands are still shaking as I sit here on the deck of my grandfather's boat, the Freedom's Call, watching the sun dip low over the water in Sunset Cove, Georgia. 2 years ago, I thought my biggest problem was scraping by after a brutal divorce that left me with a half-empty bank account and a heart that felt even emptier. But then, out of nowhere, my quiet little neighborhood turned into a battlefield, and what started as a fight over an old boat became the wildest, most insane ride of my life. Picture this. It's a Saturday morning, early, the kind of morning where the air smells like salt and coffee's the only thing keeping you grounded. I'm sitting on Freedom's Call, a 1943 Navy tugboat my grandpa Joe, a World War II vet, left me. This boat wasn't just wood and steel, it was my last link to him. The guy who taught me how to sail, how to stand tall, how to fight for what matters. I'm sipping my coffee, the sunrise painting the water gold, when bam, 3 police cars roll up, lights flashing, tires crunching on gravel, and the whole HOA board storms my dock like they're raiding a drug cartel. Leading the charge is Margaret Voss, the HOA president, waving some official-looking paper and yelling, "Mr. Turner, this boat's an eyesore, a violation of our community standards, and you've got 24 hours to move it or we're towing it." I'm standing there, jaw on the floor, thinking, an eyesore? This is Grandpa's legacy, lady. The cop, Officer Daniels, gives me this look, like, man, I don't want to be here either, but this is weird as hell. That's when it hit me. It wasn't about aesthetics. These people were coming for my boat, and I had no idea why. Now, I'm a marine surveyor, right? I know boats inside and out, hull integrity, engine specs, you name it. But legal battles? Political games? I was clueless. I thought I could walk into an HOA meeting with a stack of engineering reports, explain the boat's historical value, and they'd back off. Big mistake. I show up, armed with facts about Freedom's Call's structural integrity, and Margaret shuts me down with a smirk. "We're not here for a history lesson, Professor." The room's staring at me like I'm reciting poetry in Klingon, and one lady, Mrs. Carter, literally falls asleep, snoring through my spiel about maritime preservation. I'd misread the room completely, thought facts would win, but this was about power, control, and something way darker than I realized. I'm drowning at this point financially, emotionally, you name it. I'd already shelled out $900 for a lawyer who basically told me I'm screwed, my credit cards are maxed from the divorce, and now I'm hit with $50 a day storage fees for the boat they towed. Clients start bailing $5,000 in contracts. Gone, because word's out I'm the HOA troublemaker. I'm hyperventilating in the grocery store, seeing uniforms that remind me of those cops. I call my sister, Emily, voice cracking. They took Grandpa's boat. I don't know how to fight this." She's worried. Says I'm scaring her, looking like a ghost from not eating, not sleeping. I'm down 20 pounds, surviving on vending machine chips, staring at the empty dock where Freedom's Call used to be, feeling like I've lost Grandpa all over again. But then, something shifts. As I'm leaving that disaster of an HOA meeting, Mrs. Carter, the snoring lady, slips me a note, her hands shaking, whispering, "Be careful, Jake. This isn't what it seems." I wait till I'm in my truck to read it, and my stomach drops. They did this to the Miller family's shed last year. Somehow, Tom Voss ended up with the land rights. Meet me at the old pier, 6 a.m. tomorrow. Alone. My mind's racing. Tom Voss, Margaret's husband, a slick guy who's always at county zoning meetings, smiling like he owns the place. If this wasn't just about my boat, if there's a pattern, then I'm not fighting an HOA. I'm up against something way bigger. That night, I can't sleep, staring at Grandpa's old Navy photo, whispering, "I don't know if I'm strong enough for this, Grandpa." But his voice in my head, tough, steady, "Keep fighting, kid," pushes me to show up at the pier. Mrs. Carter's there, looking like she's in a spy movie, glancing over her shoulder. "Jake," she says, voice low, "Tom's been targeting properties for years, using fake violations to seize land. Your boat's in the way of his next deal." Before she can say more, we hear footsteps Simeon's coming through the mist. She slips me another note and bolts. I open it, heart pounding. "They're watching you. Same time, same place tomorrow. Trust no one." I'm freaking out, wondering what the hell I've stumbled into. Enter Sam Delgado, a retired maritime lawyer I meet at the Marina coffee shop. I'm a mess, bags under my eyes, living on one meal a day. He takes one look at me and says, "Kid, you look like death warmed over. What's going on?" I spill everything, and his face changes when I mention Grandpa's Navy service. "My wife, Clara, fought a similar HOA scam," he says, voice heavy. "She lost, and it broke her. Maybe I can help you win what she couldn't." Sam's my lifeline now, teaching me to stop raging and start strategizing. Document everything. Record calls. Build a case like a chess game, not a bar fight. We dig deep, and after weeks of slogging through dusty county records, we find gold. A 1992 subdivision amendment, misfiled, showing the HOA's aesthetic rules were never legal. Better yet, a 1985 survey error proves the Marina dock is mine, not the HOA's. They've been charging 15 families illegal fees $30,000 a year for access to my land. And Tom, he's been using this mess to pitch fake development deals, raking in $400,000 from out-of-state investors through a shell company, Coastal Horizons, LLC. This isn't just a power trip, it's fraud, maybe racketeering. But Tom fights dirty. He spreads lies about my mental instability, gets my $3,000 GPS gear smashed, slashes my tires, and worst of all targets Emily, my sister. I find a photo of her at her bakery, a red X over her face, with a note. "Drop the case, or she's gone." I'm shaking, calling her at 3 a.m., telling her to lock her doors. She's terrified, begs me to stop, says, "Jake, this isn't worth your life." Even Sam's worried, says, "Tom's desperate." Desperate men do dangerous things. I'm at my breaking point, down 25 pounds, business tanking 70%, alone after Emily cuts me off, wondering if I'm fighting for Grandpa or just my own stubborn pride. Then, salvation comes from the unlikeliest place. Tom's gambling debts $200,000 to some nasty loan sharks. Catch up with him. He shows up to a community meeting with a black eye, limping, and I know the clock's ticking. Margaret, his wife, cracks under the pressure. She finds bank statements showing Tom's been siphoning HOA funds to cover casino losses. She comes to me, tears streaming. "Jake, I thought we were protecting the neighborhood." He mused my fear of losing everything again. Her story's heartbreaking. She lost her first home to a shady developer, and Tom preyed on that trauma, making her the face of his schemes while he stayed in the shadows. We take it to the community, laying out 2 years of evidence. $100,000 embezzled, $30,000 funneled to Tom's fake company, $25,000 for his consulting fees. 3 board members quit on the spot, one crying, "I just wanted to plan picnics." Margaret's sobbing, "I trusted him. And for the first time, I don't hate her, I feel sorry for her." But Tom, he's unhinged, screaming at me outside the meeting. "You're playing with fire, Turner. People get burned." I file a police report, but he's slippery, claiming it's all a misunderstanding. The FBI steps in when Tom's sloppy money moves, trigger fraud alerts. They wire me up for a sting at a local diner. I'm sweating bullets, sitting across from Tom, who's a mess, fake Rolex ticking wrong, mispronouncing Pinot Grigio like it's Pinto Gringo. I play along, acting like I'll settle, and he spills everything. $3.5 million in fraud, fake engineering licenses, a Ponzi scheme across 5 states. The feds swoop in, cuffs on, cameras flashing, and Tom's grinning like he's still got an ace up his sleeve. As they drag him away, he yells, "Check your boat, Turner. The treasure's not the Marina." I race to Freedom's call, tearing through every inch. Under a deck panel, I find it not gold, but Grandpa's World War II records, hidden commendations for classified missions, and a letter from his Navy buddies. They'd gifted him the boat to heal his war trauma, what we'd now call PTSD. Tom thought it was about money, but it was about love, legacy, something he'd never understand. I'm crying, holding those papers, realizing this fight was always about more than land. 2 years later, I'm on Freedom's call, engaged to Emily's best friend, Sarah, who stood by me when I thought I'd lost everything. The Marina's ours now, a community hub with transparent books, free boating classes, and a veteran restoration program in Grandpa's name. The Jake Turner Act's law in Georgia, forcing HOAs to open their books, making fraud a felony. We've got a Liberation Day festival every year, 80 families strong, celebrating how we took back our home. Tom's doing 9 years in federal prison, banned from real estate forever. Margaret's rebuilding, teaching HOA ethics, trying to right her wrongs. But here's the thing, Tom's last words still haunt me. Was there something else in the boat we missed? Some secret Grandpa hid that even Tom didn't fully understand? I'm asking you, what would you do if your home, your legacy, was targeted like this? Drop your story in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. And hit that like button if you believe one person fighting for what's right can change everything. Because let me tell you, when good people don't quit, justice always finds a way to rise.